Imagine planting a few herbs just once and harvesting fresh, flavorful leaves year after year without ever replanting. No more expensive grocery store bundles that wilt in days. These 8 hardy perennial herbs regrow reliably every spring, saving you time, money, and effort. Today, we're exploring 8 incredible perennial herbs that survive winter and bounce back stronger each season. They're low maintenance, attract beautiful pollinators, and provide an endless supply of flavor for your kitchen. Plant once and enjoy forever. Let's dig in. First on our list, chives. These slender, grass-like herbs are one of the first perennials to emerge in spring, often pushing through the last of the snow. Hardy in zones 3 through 9, chives offer a mild onion flavor perfect for baked potatoes, salads, soups, and cream cheese spreads. But here, what makes them extra special: those gorgeous purple pom-pom flowers aren't just beautiful, they're completely edible with a delicate onion taste. Pollinators absolutely love them too. Chives thrive in full sun to partial shade and prefer well-drained soil. They multiply naturally, forming thick clumps over time. Simply snip what you need with scissors and they'll keep growing back. Every 3 to 4 years, divide the clumps to keep them vigorous and share with friends. Plant once and you'll have fresh chives for life. Number 2, oregano. This Mediterranean powerhouse is the backbone of Italian and Greek cooking, bringing that unmistakable robust, slightly peppery flavor to pizzas, pasta sauces, and roasted vegetables. Oregano is incredibly reliable in zones 4 through 9 and thrives where many plants struggle: hot, sunny, and dry conditions. In fact, once established, oregano is remarkably drought-tolerant, making it perfect for low-maintenance gardens. During summer, oregano produces delicate white or pink flowers that create a buzzing hub of pollinator activity. Bees and butterflies can't resist them. This herb spreads nicely to form a fragrant ground cover but stays manageable with occasional trimming. For the most intense flavor, harvest oregano just before the flowers open. The leaves dry beautifully too. Simply hang bundles upside down in a warm, dry place. One plant will expand year after year, giving you an endless supply of this kitchen essential. At number 3, we have thyme, a low-growing, woody perennial that's as practical as it is aromatic. Hardy in zones 4 through 9, thyme forms a dense, fragrant mat that works beautifully as ground cover between stepping stones or cascading over garden edges. There are many varieties to choose from. Common thyme delivers that classic earthy, slightly minty flavor that's perfect for roasted meats, soups, and vegetables. Lemon thyme adds a bright citrus twist that's wonderful with fish and chicken. Thyme is incredibly tough. It loves full sun and well-drained soil, and once established, it tolerates drought like a champion. In late spring and early summer, tiny purple or pink flowers blanket the plants, attracting an abundance of bees. One of the best things about thyme: you can walk on it. Plant it between pavers or stepping stones, and every footstep releases its wonderful fragrance. After flowering, give it a light trim to keep plants compact and bushy. This little herb punches well above its weight and will faithfully return each spring for decades. Number 4. Sage. With its beautiful silvery green leaves and velvety texture, sage is as ornamental as it is useful. This Mediterranean native thrives in zones 4 through 8 and forms a lovely shrubby plant that gets better with age. Sage's flavor is robust, earthy, and slightly peppery. It's the star of Thanksgiving stuffing and pairs wonderfully with pork, poultry, and butternut squash. But sage isn't just for cooking. It's been used for centuries in herbal teas to soothe sore throats and support digestive health. In late spring, sage sends up gorgeous spikes of purple-blue flowers that hummingbirds and bees absolutely adore. Beyond common sage, you can explore colorful varieties like purple sage, golden sage, and tricolor sage, each adding unique visual interest to your garden. Sage prefers full sun and well-drained soil. It doesn't tolerate wet feet. To keep your sage plants compact and productive, prune them back in early spring before new growth starts. This prevents them from becoming too woody. With minimal care, sage will be a reliable garden companion for many years, offering beauty and flavor season after season. Number 5. Mint. Here's the herb that needs almost no introduction and absolutely no encouragement to grow. Mint is one of the most vigorous perennials you'll ever plant, hardy in zones 3 through 8. The fresh, cool, invigorating flavor of mint is irreplaceable in mojitos, iced teas, fruit salads, and chocolate desserts. There are wonderful varieties to explore: classic spearmint, strong peppermint, and even chocolate mint with its surprising cocoa undertones. Now here's the important part: mint spreads aggressively through underground runners called rhizomes. Plant it directly in the ground, and it will take over your garden faster than you can say mojito. But don't let that scare you away. The solution is simple: grow mint in containers or bury pots in the ground with the rims above soil level to create a barrier. Mint is incredibly forgiving. It tolerates partial shade, doesn't mind moist soil, and bounces back from heavy harvesting. In summer, it produces purple flower spikes that pollinators love. Harvest frequently to encourage bushy growth and prevent flowering, which can reduce leaf flavor. With proper containment, mint becomes a reliable, prolific herb that'll supply your kitchen year after year without any fuss. At number 6, we have rosemary, the fragrant Mediterranean beauty with needle-like leaves and a bold, pine-like aroma. If you live in zones 7 through 10, rosemary can become a stunning evergreen shrub in your landscape. Rosemary's intense, resinous flavor is irreplaceable with roasted lamb, chicken, potatoes, and fresh-baked focaccia. Just a few sprigs transform ordinary dishes into something memorable. In late winter and early spring, rosemary produces delicate blue flowers that are edible and attract early-season pollinators. There are upright varieties perfect for hedges and borders, plus prostrate or trailing varieties that cascade beautifully over walls and containers. Rosemary demands excellent drainage; soggy soil is its enemy. It thrives in full sun and, once established, tolerates drought exceptionally well. Now, if you're in zone 6 or colder, don't despair. Rosemary grows wonderfully in containers that you can bring indoors for winter. Place it in a sunny window, water sparingly, and you'll have fresh rosemary all year long. Whether in the ground or in a pot, rosemary is a long-lived perennial that becomes more magnificent each year. In ideal conditions, it can live for decades, becoming a true garden heirloom. Number 7 is lavender, the quintessential perennial herb that brings beauty, fragrance, and tranquility to any garden. English lavender is the hardiest variety, thriving in zones 5 through 9, while French and Spanish lavenders prefer warmer climates. Lavender's silvery foliage and stunning purple flower spikes create breathtaking garden displays from late spring through summer. The intoxicating floral scent is instantly calming and has been used for centuries in aromatherapy, sachets, and sleep pillows. But here's what really makes lavender shine: it's an absolute pollinator powerhouse. Bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects flock to lavender in droves, making it essential for any pollinator garden. Beyond its beauty, lavender is surprisingly versatile in the kitchen. Use the flowers sparingly in lemonades, shortbread cookies, and even savory dishes like herbes de Provence. The key is moderation; a little goes a long way. Lavender demands full sun and excellent drainage. It's highly drought-tolerant once established and actually prefers lean, rocky soil over rich, moist conditions. After the flowers fade, prune plants back by about 1/3 to maintain a compact, bushy shape and encourage healthy growth. With proper placement and minimal care, lavender becomes a garden staple that performs reliably for 10 to 15 years or more, offering endless blooms and fragrance. And finally, number 8, French tarragon. This is the gourmet herb that French cuisine can't live without. With its delicate anise-like flavor, French tarragon is essential for béarnaise sauce, chicken, fish, and creamy dressings. It's hardy in zones 4 through 8. Unlike the other herbs on this list, French tarragon rarely flowers and doesn't produce viable seeds, so you'll need to start with a plant cutting or division. But once established, it's a reliable perennial that returns faithfully each spring. French tarragon prefers part shade to full sun and well-drained soil. It's more moisture-tolerant than Mediterranean herbs but still dislikes wet feet. The flavor is most intense in spring and early summer before the heat of midsummer. Harvest regularly to encourage bushy growth and divide plants every 3 to 4 years to maintain vigor. Pro tip: make tarragon vinegar by steeping fresh stems in white wine vinegar. It's incredible in salad dressings. Note: avoid Russian tarragon, which is easier to grow but lacks the complex flavor that makes French tarragon so prized. Always buy French tarragon from a reputable nursery and taste a leaf before purchasing to ensure it has that distinctive licorice note. There you have it, 8 incredible perennial herbs that will transform your garden and your kitchen. Plant them once and enjoy fresh, flavorful harvests year after year without replanting. They're low maintenance, pollinator friendly, and utterly reliable. Whether you have a sprawling garden or just a few containers on a balcony, these perennial herbs are an investment that keeps giving. Which one will you plant first? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more gardening tips and herb growing guides. Happy planting, and here's to endless harvests.